What's up, guys? All right, so getting right into it, we got Jack Hermansson going against Sean Strickland this Saturday at a UFC main event in the middleweight division. Very exciting. Both guys have a path to victory. That's what I kind of want to get into, how each guy can get the W and who I think will eventually get the W. Moving forward, we got Sean Strickland, who I think is about 24-3 total in his career. I think he's 11-4 in the UFC. He's number 7 right now in the middleweight division, riding a 5-fight win streak. 4-fight win streak since moving up to the middleweight division. He's looked very good with the victories against Brendan Allen, Uriah Hall, I think Jack Shore it was. I mean, he's looked really good, really aggressive, really confident. He looks like a new guy ever since he's had that knee reconstruction surgery after his motorcycle accident. He really knows how to make it his fight, to kind of walk through the fire per se, fight his fight, be aggressive, use his boxing skills, use his forward pressure. Sean has to be the bully in these fights, and that's the way he likes to go through this. He moves forward. He has great defense while still able to stay in the pocket, move forward, and be aggressive. It's very impressive how he's able to constantly move forward and just kind of just move out of the way and just keep moving his head. His head's never really still. He's always moving forward. That's what I'm going to keep saying too. His forward pressure is what gets him these fights. He breaks people. His aggression, his ability to just walk through damage, and just ability to take punishment. I mean, really the only time that I've seen him kind of hurt during his second run here is when he's taking leg kicks. And that's the only time where it's like it's kind of shown on his face like, ooh, motherfucker. That's the only times I've really seen it happen. But right now, this dude is on a streak. He is a problem. He's in the right weight class. I think when he was down in welterweight, he was cutting too much weight. He was just fighting out of his weight class. He was fighting faster dudes. I think he is a natural middleweight. I think he's right at home. And I think this is a perfect matchup for him. He's fighting a guy in Jack Hermansson, ranked number 6 in the middleweight division. And he has somewhat of an up and down story when it comes to middleweights. He had that really nice rise where he beat guys like Gerald Mearshart, David Branch, Jacare Souza, and then they're like, okay, now we're going to put you up against like that top 5, top 7. And he had that TKO loss to Jared Cannonier. He did have that really nice submission heel hook against Kelvin Gastelum, and that's kind of where I want to get into on Jack Hermansson's game. And I think if Jack wants to win this fight, he's got to do it quick. That's kind of the way he does it. When he had that win against David Branch, when he had that win against Gerald Mearshart, and he had the win against Kelvin Gastelum, they were all really quick. He caught them off guard. He used his aggression. That's one thing too. He's always moving forward. He's very reckless, and that kind of goes to his detriment. You know, a lot of the guys in the elite have been able to weather the storm, kind of turn it to their side later on in the fight, like Marvin Vettori. Like early on, it kind of looked a little even, and then Marvin was able to make it his fight. He was able to weather that storm and be the bully, and that's where Hermansson has to be. Hermansson has to be the bully to win this fight. He's got to make Sean back up. But Sean's not going to back up. And that's where I think Sean's going to take this victory. I think Sean, I don't know if it's going to be a TKO or a decision. I'm not really going to go by that. But I think Sean is going to walk away with the W. I think he's going to be the bully. I don't think Jack is going to be able to utilize his wrestling, his aggression, his clinch, his takedowns. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Now, if he is able to do that, that's probably his only chance to get in early, and get the early submission, probably with a knee bar, probably with a heel hook, maybe even a guillotine. He's got really sick guillotine chokes. You know, but he does fade, and he does lose confidence as the fight goes on, and that's kind of been the history with Jack. He is coming off that wrestling loss to Khamzat Chimaev. So who really knows where his confidence is going in? He just lost to the new top dog, especially coming out of Norway. There's a lot of questions that are going to be answered here. Sean, he's really only 1 or 2 ways from getting that title shot. I don't think an emphatic win here gets him that shot, even though Jack is coming off of a really nice victory against Edmund Shabazian. You know, but he was losing that fight early on, and he was able to take it to the ground and make it his fight, similar to what the Francis and Cyril Gane fight was like. He was getting pieced up on the feet, then he had to take it to the ground and make it his fight on the ground and make it ugly and grind out a victory. That's kind of what he did in that fight. That's what he's going to have to do against Sean Strickland if he wants a W again, or he's got to get that quick submission. But Sean is not going to go down without a fight. I think that's the only way Sean loses, if he gets caught in a heel hook or a knee bar. And that's kind of my catharsis on this. You know, I mean, the blueprint to beat Jack is there. There really isn't a clear blueprint to beat Sean Strickland. His losses at welterweight too we're to Kamaru Usman, we're to Alicio Dos Santos, and I forgot the other guy's name. So, I mean, the guys he has lost to have been the upper echelon of the welterweight division, you know? And I just don't think Jack's there for the middleweight division. I think Sean's reaching these new highs, these new confidence. He's got the UFC behind him. The UFC wants him to win this fight. The fans want him to win this fight. I personally want him to win this fight, but we've seen shit happen. We saw Jack Hermansson spoil that comeback party for Kelvin Gastelum. It could happen again. But personally, put a gun to my head, I got Sean Strickland, guys. So, guys, please leave your comments in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mr. Mustache, MMA News. Let's fucking go this Saturday, guys. Thank you.